The North American F-86 Sabre, sometimes called the Sabre jet, is a transonic jet fighter aircraft. Produced by North American Aviation, the Sabre is best known as the United States' first swept-wing fighter that could counter the similarly winged Soviet MiG-15 in high-speed dogfights in the skies of the Korean War, 1950–1953, fighting some of the earliest jet-to-jet battles in history. Considered one of the best and most important fighter aircraft in that war, the F-86 is also rated highly in comparison with fighters of other eras. Although it was developed in the late 1940s and was outdated by the end of the 1950s, the Sabre proved versatile and adaptable and continued as a frontline fighter in numerous air forces until the last active operational examples were retired by the Bolivian Air Force in 1994. Its success led to an extended production run of more than 7,800 aircraft between 1949 and 1956, in the United States, Japan, and Italy. Variants were built in Canada and Australia. The Canadair Sabre added another 1,815 airframes, and the significantly redesigned CAC Sabre, sometimes known as the Avon Sabre or CAC CA-27, had a production run of 112. The Sabre is by far the most produced Western jet fighter, with total production of all variants at 9,860 units. Development. North American Aviation had produced the propeller-powered P-51 Mustang in World War II, which saw combat against some of the first operational jet fighters. By late 1944, North American proposed its first jet fighter to the U.S. Navy, which became the FJ-1 Fury. It was an unexceptional transitional jet fighter that had a straight wing derived from the P-51. Initial proposals to meet a United States Army Air Forces, USAF, requirement for a medium-range, single-seat, high-altitude jet-powered day escort fighter/fighter bomber were drafted in mid-1944. In early 1945, North American Aviation submitted 4 designs. The USAF selected one design over the others, and granted North American a contract to build 3 examples of the XP-86, experimental pursuit. Deleting specific requirements from the FJ-1 Fury, coupled with other modifications, allowed the XP-86 to be lighter and considerably faster than the Fury, with an estimated top speed of 582 miles per hour, 937 kilometers per hour, versus the Fury's 547 miles per hour, 880 km per hour. Despite the gain in speed, early studies revealed the XP-86 would have the same performance as its rivals, the XP-80 and XP-84. It was also feared that, because these designs were more advanced in their development stages, the XP-86 would be cancelled. Crucially, the XP-86 would not be able to meet the required top speed of 600 miles per hour, 970 km per hour. North American had to quickly come up with a radical change that could leapfrog it over its rivals. The North American F-86 Sabre was the first American aircraft to take advantage of flight research data seized from the German aerodynamicists at the end of World War II. This data showed that a thin swept wing could greatly reduce drag and delay compressibility problems that had bedeviled even prop-powered fighters such as the Lockheed P-38 Lightning approaching the speed of sound. By 1944, German engineers and designers had established the benefits of swept wings based on experimental designs dating back to 1940. Study of the data showed that a swept wing would solve their speed problem, while a slat on the wing's leading edge that extended at low speeds would enhance low-speed stability. Because development of the XP-86 had reached an advanced stage, the idea of changing the sweep of the wing was met with resistance from some senior North American staff. Despite stiff opposition, after good results were obtained in wind tunnel tests, the swept wing concept was eventually adopted. Performance requirements were met by incorporating a 35 degrees swept back wing, using NACA 4-digit modified airfoils, using NACA 0009.564 at the root and NACA 0008.564 at the tip, with an automatic slat design based on that of the Messerschmitt Me 262 and an electrically adjustable stabilizer, another feature of the Me 262A. Many Sabres had the 6'3 wing, a fixed leading edge with 6 inches extended chord at the root and 3 inches extended chord at the tip, retrofitted after combat experience was gained in Korea. This modification changed the wing airfoils to the NACA 0009-64 mod at the root and the NACA 0008.164 mod at the tip. Delays caused by the major redesign meant that manufacturing did not begin until after World War II. The XP-86 prototype, which would lead to the F-86 Sabre, was rolled out on August 8, 1947. The maiden flight occurred on October 1, 1947 with George Welch at the controls, flying from Muroc Dry Lake, now Edwards AFB, California. The United States Air Force's Strategic Air Command had F-86 Sabres in service from 1949 through 1950. The F-86s were assigned to the 22nd Bomb Wing, the 1st Fighter Wing and the 1st Fighter Interceptor Wing. The F-86 was the primary U.S. air combat fighter during the Korean War, with significant numbers of the first 3 production models seeing combat. The F-86 Sabre was also produced under license by Canadair, Ltd. As the Canadair Sabre. The final variant of the Canadian Sabre, the Mark VI, is generally rated as having the highest capabilities of any Sabre version made anywhere, breaking sound barrier and other records. The F-86A set its first official world speed record of 671 miles per hour, 1080 kilometers per hour, on September 15, 1948 at Muroc Dry Lake, flown by Major Richard L. Johnson, U.S. Air Force. The Air Force announced that the F-86 had exceeded Mach 1 in a dive on April 26, 1948. But shortly before his death in 1996, North American aerodynamicist Ed Horkey claimed that George Wheaties Welch had exceeded Mach 1 much earlier. In Aces Wild, former NA test pilot Al Blackburn suggests dates as soon as October 1, 1947. Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier on October 14, 1947 in the rocket-propelled Bell X-1 during level flight, making it the first true supersonic aircraft. 5 years later, on May 18, 1953, Jacqueline Cochran became the first woman to break the sound barrier, flying a one-off Canadian-built F-86 Sabre Mk3, alongside Chuck Yeager. Colonel K.K. Compton won the 1951 Bendix Air Race in an F-86A with an average speed of 553.76 miles per hour, 891.19 kilometers per hour. Design Overview. The F-86 was produced as both a fighter interceptor and fighter bomber. Several variants were introduced over its production life, with improvements and different armament implemented, see below. The XP-86 was fitted with a General Electric J35C3 jet engine that produced 4,000 lbf, 18 knots, of thrust. This engine was built by GM's Chevrolet division until production was turned over to Allison. The General Electric J47GE7 engine was used in the F-86A1, producing a thrust of 5,200 lbf, 23 knots, while the General Electric J73GE3 engine of the F-86H produced 9,250 lbf, 41 knots, of thrust. The fighter-bomber version, F-86H, could carry up to 2,000 pounds, 907 kilograms, of bombs, including an external fuel-type tank that could carry napalm. Unguided 2.75 in, 70 mm, rockets were used on some fighters on training missions, but 5-inch, 127 mm, rockets were later carried on combat operations. The F-86 could also be fitted with a pair of external jettisonable jet fuel tanks, 4 on the F-86F beginning in 1953, that extended the range of the aircraft. Both the interceptor and fighter-bomber versions carried 60.50 in, 12.7 mm, M3 Browning machine guns with electrically boosted feed in the nose. Later versions of the F-86H carried 420 mm, 0.79 in, cannon instead of machine guns. Firing at a rate of 1,200 rounds per minute, the 0.50 in guns were harmonized to converge at 1,000 feet, 305 m, in front of the aircraft, using armor-piercing, AP, and armor-piercing incendiary, API, rounds, with 1 armor-piercing incendiary tracer, APIT, for every 5 AP or API rounds. The API rounds used during the Korean War contained magnesium, which were designed to ignite upon impact but burned poorly above 35,000 feet, 11,000 m, as oxygen levels were insufficient to sustain combustion at that height. Initial planes were fitted with the Mark 18 manual ranging computing gun sight. The last 24 F-86A5NAS and F-86E were equipped with the A1CM gun sight and /APG-30 radar, which used radar to automatically compute a target's range, which later proved to be advantageous against MiG opponents over Korea. Flying characteristics. The Saber's swept wings and jet engine produced a flying experience that was very different from the propeller-driven fighters of the time. The transition from props to jets was not without accidents and incidents even for experienced fighter pilots. Early on in the jet age, some U.S. manufacturers instituted safety and transition programs where experienced test and production pilots would tour operational fighter squadrons to provide instruction and demonstrations designed to lower the accident rate. As well, the ongoing technical development and long production history of the F-86 resulted in some significant differences in the handling and flying characteristics between the various F-86 models. Some of the important changes to the design included the switch from an elevator/stabilizer to an all-flying tail, the discontinuation of leading-edge slats for a solid leading edge with increased internal fuel capacity, increased engine power and internal missile bay, F-86D. Each of these design changes impacted the handling and flying characteristics of the F-86 and not necessarily for the better. In the case of the solid leading edge and increased internal fuel capacity, the design change produced increased combat performance but exacerbated a dangerous and often fatal handling characteristic upon takeoff if the nose was raised prematurely from the runway. This over-rotation danger is now a major area of instruction and concern for current F-86 pilots. The 1972 Sacramento Canadair Sabre accident resulting in 22 fatalities and 28 other casualties was a result of over-rotation on takeoff. Operational history. Korean War. The F-86 entered service with the United States Air Force in 1949, joining the 1st Fighter Wing's 94th Fighter Squadron and became the primary air-to-air jet fighter used by the Americans in the Korean War. While earlier straight-winged jets such as the F-80 and F-84 initially achieved air victories, when the swept-wing Soviet MiG-15 was introduced in November 1950, it outperformed all unbased aircraft. In response, 3 squadrons of F-86s were rushed to the Far East in December. Early variants of the F-86 could not outturn, but they could outdive the MiG-15, although the MiG-15 was superior to the early F-86 models in ceiling, acceleration, rate of climb and zoom. With the introduction of the F-86F in 1953, the two aircraft were more closely matched, with many combat-experienced pilots claiming a marginal superiority for the F-86F. The heavier firepower of the MiG, and many other contemporary fighters, was addressed by fielding 8 cannon-armed FS in the waning months of the war. Despite being able to fire only 2 of the 420mm cannon at a time, the experiment was considered a success. The MiGs flown from bases in Manchuria by Chinese, North Korean, and Soviet VVS pilots were pitted against 2 squadrons of the 4th Fighter Interceptor Wing forward based at K-14, Kimpo, Korea. Many of the American pilots were experienced World War II veterans, while the North Koreans and the Chinese lacked combat experience, thus accounting for much of the F-86's success. However, United Nations pilots suspected many of the MiG-15s were being flown by experienced Soviet pilots who also had combat experience in World War II. Former communist sources now acknowledge Soviet pilots initially flew the majority of MiG-15s that fought in Korea, and dispute that more MiG-15s than F-86s were shot down in air combat. Later in the war, North Korean and Chinese pilots increased their participation as combat flyers. The North Koreans and their allies periodically contested air superiority in MiG Alley, an area near the mouth of the Yalu River, the boundary between Korea and China, over which the most intense air-to-air combat took place. Although the F-86A could be safely flown through Mach 1, the F-86E's all-moving tailplane greatly improved maneuverability at high speeds. The MiG-15 could not safely exceed Mach 0.92, an important disadvantage in near-sonic air combat. Far greater emphasis has been given to the training, aggressiveness, and experience of the F-86 pilots. American Sabre pilots were trained at Nellis, where the casualty rate of their training was so high they were told, "If you ever see the flag at full staff, take a picture." Despite rules of engagement to the contrary, F-86 units frequently initiated combat over MiG bases in the Manchurian Sanctuary. The hunting of MiGs in Manchuria would lead to many reels of gun camera footage being lost if the reel revealed the pilot had violated Chinese airspace. The needs of combat operation balanced against the need to maintain an adequate force structure in Western Europe led to the conversion of the 51st Fighter Interceptor Wing from the F-80 to the F-86 in December 1951. Two fighter bomber wings, the 8th and 18th, converted to the F-86F in the spring of 1953. No. 2 Squadron, South African Air Force also distinguished itself flying F-86s in Korea as part of the 18 FBW. By the end of hostilities, F-86 pilots were credited with shooting down 792 MiGs for a loss of only 78 Sabres, a victory ratio of 10:1. More recent research by Dorr, Lake, and Thompson has claimed the actual ratio is closer to 2:1. The Soviets claimed to have downed over 600 Sabres, together with the Chinese claims, although these are thought by some to be an overcount as they cannot be reconciled with the 78 Sabres recorded as lost by the U.S. A recent RAND report made reference to recent scholarship of F-86 v MiG-15 combat over Korea and concluded that the actual kill-loss ratio for the F-86 was 1.8:1 overall, and likely closer to 1.3:1 against MiGs flown by Soviet pilots. Based on Soviet archival data, 335 Soviet MiG-15s are known to have been admitted as lost by the Soviets over Korea. Chinese claims of their losses amount to 224 MiG-15s over Korea. North Korean losses are not known, but according to North Korean defectors their air force lost around 100 MiG-15s during the war. Thus a total of 659 MiG-15s are admitted as being lost, all but a handful to F-86 Sabres, while U.S. Air Force claims of their losses amount to 78 F-86 Sabres. Of the 41 American pilots who earned the designation of ace during the Korean War, all but one flew the F-86 Sabre, the exception being a Navy Vought F-4U Corsair night fighter pilot. Cold War. In addition to its distinguished service in Korea, U.S. Air Force F-86s also served in various stateside and overseas roles throughout the early part of the Cold War. As newer Century Series fighters came online, F-86s were transferred to Air National Guard, ANG, units or the air forces of Allied nations. The last ANG F-86s continued in U.S. service until 1970. 1958 Taiwan Strait Crisis. The Republic of China Air Force of Taiwan was an early recipient of surplus U.S. Air Force Sabres. From December 1954 to June 1956, the ROC Air Force received 160 ex-U.S. Air Force F-86 F-1NA through F-86 F-30NA fighters. By June 1958, the nationalist Chinese had built up an impressive fighter force, with 320 F-86Fs and 7 RF-86Fs having been delivered. Sabres and MiGs were shortly to battle each other in the skies of Asia once again in the Second Taiwan Strait Crisis. In August 1958, the Chinese Communists of the People's Republic of China attempted to force the nationalists off of the islands of Quemoy and Matsu by shelling and blockade. Nationalist F-86Fs flying cap over the islands found themselves confronted by Communist MiG-15s and MiG-17s, and there were numerous dogfights. During these battles, the nationalist Sabres introduced a new element into aerial warfare. Under a secret effort designated Operation Black Magic, the U.S. Navy had provided the ROC with the AIM-9 Sidewinder, its first infrared homing air-to-air missile, which was just entering service with the United States. A small team from VMF 323, a Marine FJ-4 Fury squadron with later assistance from China Lake and North American Aviation, initially modified 20 of the F-86 Sabres to carry a pair of sidewinders on underwing launch rails and instructed the ROC pilots in their use flying profiles with U.S. Air Force F-100s simulating the MiG-17. The MiGs enjoyed an altitude advantage over the Sabres, as they had in Korea, and Communist Chinese MiGs routinely cruised over the nationalist Sabres, only engaging when they had a favorable position. The Sidewinder took away that advantage and proved to be devastatingly effective against the MiGs. Indo-Pakistani War of 1965. In 1954, Pakistan began receiving the first of a total of 120 F-86F Sabres. Many of these aircraft were the F-86 F-35 from U.S. Air Force stocks, but some were from the later F-86 F-40NA production block, made specifically for export. Many of the 35s were brought up to 40 standards before they were delivered to Pakistan, but a few remained 35s. The F-86 was operated by 9 PAF squadrons at various times, NOS 5, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 26 squadrons. During the 22-day Indo-Pakistani War of 1965, the F-86 became the mainstay of the PAF, though the Sabre was no longer a world-class fighter, due to availability of supersonic jets. However, many sources state the F-86 gave the PAF a technological advantage. Air-to-air combat. In the air-to-air combat of the Indo-Pakistani War of 1965, the PAF Sabres claimed to have shot down 15 IAF aircraft, comprising 9 Hunters, 4 Vampires, and 2 Nats. India, however, admitted a loss of 14 combat aircraft to the PAF's F-86s. The F-86s of the PAF had the advantage of being armed with AIM-9B/GAR-8 Sidewinder missiles, whereas none of its Indian adversaries had this capability. Despite this, the IAF claimed to have shot down 4 PAF Sabres in air-to-air combat. This claim is disputed by the PAF, which admitted to having lost 7 F-86 Sabres but only 3 of them during air-to-air battles. The top Pakistani ace of the conflict was SQNLDR Muhammad Mahmud Alam, who ended the conflict claiming 9 confirmed and 2 probable kills/damaged aircraft. Ground attack. The aircraft remained a potent weapon for use against ground targets. On morning of September 6, 6 F-86s of No. 19 SQN struck advancing columns of the Indian Army using 5 in, 127 mm, rockets along with their 6.50 in, 12.7 mm, M3 Browning machine guns. On the same day, 8 F-86 fighters of the same squadron executed an attack against IAF Pathankot. No. 14 PAF Squadron earned the nickname Tail Choppers for their successful attack against the Indian bomber base in Kalikunda. PAF claims of destroying around 36 aircraft on the ground at various Indian airfields. However, India only acknowledges 22 aircraft lost on the ground to strikes partly attributed to the PAF's F-86s and its bomber Martin B-57 Canberra. Indo-Pakistani War of 1971. The Canadair Sabres, Mark 6, acquired from ex-Luftwaffe stocks via Iran, were the mainstay of the PAF's day fighter operations during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1971, and had the challenge of dealing with the threat from IAF. At the beginning of the war, PAF had 8 squadrons of F-86 Sabres. Along with the newer fighter types such as the Mirage 3 and the Shenyang F-6, the Sabre were tasked with the majority of operations during the war. In East Pakistan, only one PAF F-86 squadron, 14th Squadron, was deployed to face the numerical superiority of the IAF. PAF F-86s performed well, with Pakistani claims of downing 31 Indian aircraft in air-to-air combat. These included 17 Hawker Hunters, 8 Sukhoi Su-7 fitters, 1 MiG-21 and 3 Nats, while losing 7 F-86s. The most interesting of these was a battle between 2 Sabres and 4 MiG-21s. 1 MiG was shot down, without any Sabres lost. This was achieved due to better low-speed performance of the Sabre in comparison to the delta-winged MiG-21. India however claims to have shot down 11 PAF Sabres for the loss of 11 combat aircraft to the PAF F-86S. The IAF numerical superiority overwhelmed the sole East Pakistan Sabres squadron, and other military aircraft, which were either shot down, or grounded by Pakistani fratricide as they could not hold out, enabling complete air superiority for the Indian Air Force. After this war, Pakistan slowly phased out its F-86 Sabres and replaced them with Chinese F-6, Soviet MiG-19 based, fighters. The last of the Sabres were withdrawn from service in PAF in 1980. They are now displayed in Pakistan Air Force Museum and in the cities in which their pilots lived. Guinea-Bissau War of Independence. In 1958, the Forca Area Portuguesa, FAP, received 50 F-86Fs from ex-US Air Force stocks. A small number of former Norwegian Air Force F-86Fs were also purchased as spares in 1968–69. The Portuguese Air Force, FAP, deployed some of its F-86F Sabres to Portuguese Guinea in 1961, being based at AB2 Basalança Air Base, Bissau. These aircraft formed Detachment 52, initially equipped with 8 F-86Fs, serials, 5307, 5314, 5322, 5326, 5354, 5356, 5361 and 5362, from the Esquadra 51, based at the BA-5 Monte Real Air Base. These aircraft were used in the Guinea-Bissau War of Independence, in ground attack and close support operations against the insurgent forces. In August 1962, 5314 overshot the runway during emergency landing with bombs still attached on underwing hardpoints and burned out. F-86F 5322 was shot down by enemy ground fire on May 31, 1963, the pilot ejected safely and was recovered. Several other aircraft suffered combat damage, but were repaired. In 1964, 16 F-86Fs based at Basalança returned to mainland Portugal due to U.S. pressure. They had flown 577 combat sorties, of which 430 were ground attack and close air support missions. Philippine Air Force. The Philippine Air Force first received the Sabres in the form of F-86Fs in 1957, replacing the North American P-51 Mustang as the Philippine Air Force's primary interceptor. F-86s first operated from Basa Air Base, known infamously as the Nest of Vipers, where the 5th Fighter Wing of the PAF was based. Later on, in 1960, the PAF acquired the F-86D as the first all-weather interceptor of the PAF. The most notable use of the F-86 Sabres was in the Blue Diamonds Aerobatic Display Team, which operated 8 Sabres until the arrival of the newer, supersonic Northrop F-5. The F-86s were subsequently phased out of service in the 1970s as the Northrop F-5 Freedom Fighter and Vought F-8 Crusaders became the primary fighters and interceptors of the Philippine Air Force. Antonio Bautista was a Blue Diamonds pilot and a decorated officer. He was killed on January 11, 1974 during a combat sortie against rebels in the south of the country. Soviet Sabre. During the Korean War, the Soviets were searching for an intact US F-86 Sabre for evaluation/study purposes. Their search was frustrated, largely due to the US military's policy of destroying their weapons and equipment once they had been disabled or abandoned, and in the case of US aircraft, US Air Force pilots destroyed most of their downed Sabres by strafing or bombing them. However, on one occasion an F-86 was downed in the tidal area of a beach and subsequently was submerged, preventing its destruction. The aircraft was ferried to Moscow and a new OKB, Soviet Experimental Design Bureau, was established to study the F-86, which later became part of the Sukhoi OKB. At least one F-86 was sent to the Soviet Union, the Russians admitted, and other planes and prizes such as USG suits and radar gun sights also went. The Soviets studied and copied the optical gunsight and radar from the captured aircraft to produce the ASP-4N gunsight and SRC-3 radar. Installed in the MiG-17, the gunsight system would later be used against American fighters in the Vietnam War. The F-86 studies also contributed to the development of aircraft aluminum alloys such as V-95. Reports in 2012 from newly declassified documents confirmed that the Soviets had acquired some U.S. aircraft technology. In several accounts by American pilots from late 1951 into 1952, at least one F-86 was in operation under Soviet control during the Korean War. The pilots report having come under fire from U.S. planes, including from the F-86 Feather Duster. The old but nimble MiG-17 had become such a serious threat against the Republic F-105 Thunder Chief over North Vietnam that the U.S. Air Force created Project Feather Duster to test which tactics supersonic American fighters could use against fighters like the MiG-17. Air National Guard F-86H units proved to be an ideal stand-in for the Soviet jets. One pilot remarked that in any envelope except nose down and full throttle, either the F-100 or F-105 was inferior to the F-86H in a dogfight. Variants: North American F-86, XF-86. 3 prototypes, originally designated XP-86, North American model NA-140. YF-86A. This was the first prototype fitted with a General Electric J47 turbojet engine. F-86A. 554 built, North American model NA-151, F-86A1 block and first order of A5 block, and NA-161, second F-86A5 block. DF-86A. A few F-86A conversions as drone directors. RF-86A. 11 F-86A conversions with 3 cameras for reconnaissance. F-86B. 188 ordered as upgraded A model with wider fuselage and larger tires but delivered as F-86A5, North American model NA-152. F-86C. Original designation for the YF-93A, 2 built, 48-317 and 48-318, order for 118 cancelled, North American model NA-157. YF-86D. Prototype all-weather interceptor originally ordered as YF-95A, 2 built but designation changed to YF-86D, North American model NA-164. F-86D/L. Main article, North American F-86D Sabre. Production transonic all-weather search radar-equipped interceptor originally designated F-95A, 2506 built. The F-86D had only 25% commonality with other Sabre variants, with a larger fuselage, larger afterburning engine, and a distinctive nose radome. Sole armament was Mk4 unguided rockets instead of machine guns. F-86LS were upgraded F-86DS. F-86E. Improved flight control system and an all-flying tail. This system changed to a full power-operated control with an artificial feel built into the aircraft's controls to give the pilot forces on the stick that were still conventional, but light enough for superior combat control. It improved high-speed maneuverability. 456 built, North American model NA-170, F-86E1 and E5 blocks, NA-172, essentially the F-86F airframe with the F-86E engine, F-86E10 and E15 blocks, 60 of these built by Canadair for U.S. Air Force, F-86E6. F-86E, M. Designation for XRAF Sabres diverted to other NATO air forces. QF-86E. Designation for surplus RCAF Sabre MKVS modified to target drones. F-86F. Uprated engine and larger 6.3 wing without leading edge slats, 2239 built, North American model NA-172, F-86F1 through F-15 blocks, NA-176, F-86F20 and 25 blocks, NA-191, F-86F30 and 35 blocks, NA-193, F-86F26 block, NA-202, F-86 F-35 Block, NA-227, first two orders of F-86 F-40 blocks comprising 280 aircraft that reverted to leading-edge wing slats of an improved design, NA-231, 70 in 3rd F-40 block order, NA-238, 110 in 4th F-40 block order, and NA-256, 120 in final F-40 block order. 300 additional airframes in this series assembled by Mitsubishi in Japan for Japanese Air Self-Defense Force. Sabre FS had much improved high-speed agility, coupled with a higher landing speed of over 145 miles per hour, 233 kilometers per hour. The F-35 block had provisions for a new task, the nuclear tactical attack with one of the new small nukes, second-generation nuclear ordnance. The F-40 had a new slatted wing, with a slight decrease of speed, but also a much better agility at high and low speed with a landing speed reduced to 124 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour. The U.S. Air Force upgraded many of previous F versions to the F-40 standard. 1E and 2FS were modified for improved performance via rocket boost. F-30, 52 to 4608, had a Rocketdyne AR-2-3 with 36,000 lb thrust at 35,000 feet, giving a top speed of M1.22 at 60,000 feet. F-86 F-2. Designation for 10 aircraft modified to carry the M39 cannon in place of the M3.50 caliber machine gun 6-pack. 4 F-86 E-10S, serial numbers 51 to 2803, 2819, 2826 and 2836, and 6 F-86 F-1S, serial numbers 51 to 2855, 2861, 2867, 2868, 2884 and 2900, were production line aircraft modified in October 1952 with enlarged and strengthened gun bays, then flight tested at Edwards Air Force Base and the Air Proving Ground at Eglin Air Force Base in November. 8 were shipped to Japan in December, and 7 forward deployed to Kimpo Airfield as Project Gun Val for a 16-week combat field trial in early 1953. 2 were lost to engine compressor stalls after ingesting excessive propellant gases from the cannons. QF-86F. About 50 former Japan Self-Defense Forces, JASTF, F-86F airframes converted to drones for use as targets by the U.S. Navy. RF-86F. Some F-86 F-30s converted with 3 cameras for reconnaissance, also 18 Japan Self-Defense Forces, JASTF, aircraft similarly converted. TF-86F. 2 F-86F converted to 2-seat training configuration with lengthened fuselage and slatted wings under North American model NA-204. YF-86H. Extensively redesigned fighter-bomber model with deeper fuselage, uprated engine, longer wings, and power-boosted tailplane, 2 built as North American model NA-187. F-86H. Production model, 473 built, with low-altitude bombing system, labs, and provision for nuclear weapon, North American model NA-187, F-86H1 and H5 blocks, and NA-203, F-86H10 block. QF-86H. Target conversion of 29 airframes for.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.